Round 4 of the West Australian Rally Championship, the southwest town of Collie the host. Smooth, fast roads, 9 special stages, just under 40 cars lining up. In the series today, consistency paying huge dividends for the crews of Whittle and Vass, the Subaru pairing leading the championship.
We consider we got pretty lucky at Forest, and then we found a bit of speed at Donnelly. Our plan for the whole year has been just to finish each rally. The speed, we've done a bit to the car before the season, and it's worked really well. The car's really well balanced, and we're just hoping really just to maintain what we're doing and see how we go.
Second placed man Brad Markovic primed and ready for the near perfect conditions.
The roads are in amazing conditions out there. We wrote some good pace notes this morning. Just really looking forward to it. Weather's going to be sensational out there, and looking forward to a good event.
Joining the starters, All-Star Garage's Nick Box, keen to add to some recent good results.
With this rally, we'll just take it as it comes, and with the rest of the season, if we continue to do well, then we'll keep carrying on. We obviously missed the Forest rally, but we'll make up where we can and keep going as fast as we can.
Sure to be involved in the pointy end battle, John McCara on board his Evo 8. Subaru man John O'Dowd looking to push on one of his favourite events. Rob Webber and co-driver Tony Fever, the Platinum Automotive pairing, also likely to be among the front runners. The 12-strong two-wheel drive lineup sees former state champion and ARC campaigner Tom Wilde behind the wheel of the Nick Clements Honda. Raz Vlad, Mark Travers, Jeff Leotator and Shane Harmer, all ones to look out for. This round to include the battle for the Clubman Cup, 12 teams out for the points. Julian Wright likely to be the one to chase. However, Lowther currently second and Cortis leading the series will be at it from the drop of the flag.
Yeah, plan for today is try and finish in front of Dean, hopefully. He's put up a bit of a good fight so far this year, so yeah, ideally finish in front of him and get back on top of the points again.
We're just going to go out there and try and finish. That's our aim, try and be in the top 3. We want to try and win the championship this year, but to do that you've got to finish. So that's our main aim, is to just go out and finish and have a bit of fun.
120. Left 5 continues, tighten slight after tree. Tighten slight after tree. Is that a car in front?
I think so.
Okay. What, 200? 200. Right 5. Right 5 here. Left 6 on brow.
3 sections making up the day's rallying and dramas from the opening stages. After setting second quickest time, Markovic out of the event after picking up not 1 but 2 punches on the second stage. Another test to run and a long transport meant parking it up. Box came out of the block swinging, building a lead of 36 seconds over John McCara, the latter grabbing a fastest time on SS2. Whittle 20 seconds back, held a small 12-second advantage over the O'Dowd CSE combination, Rob Webber making up the top 5.
Left over brow, 100, slow 5 left entry, stay in, into slow turn 2 right, don't cut. 120. Brown, then 100. 7 left over bump, then 100.
Out again for a second run at the 3 stages. Box back on the pace. However, he would succumb to a double puncture on special stage 6, dropping 3 minutes 30 on stage, as well as time penalties to service, and now well and truly out of contention. Makara to the top, second and first quickest stage times, securing a 2-minute 40-second advantage. Whittle up to second with his consistency. The WRX driver locked into a great battle with O'Dowd and Searcy.
100. Uphill. Ooh, don't cut on that.
Yeah.
Right 5.5. 100. Right 5.5. Downhill. Right 5.5. Downhill 50. Short right 4.5. Short right 4.5.
Although Webber would be unhappy with his pace, staying out of trouble kept him in the game and 4th outright at the second service. Matt Snadden, another with a clean run to date, climbing to 5th, heading into the last break. The good field of two-wheel drive state and challenge cars had their various battles up and down the lineup. Tom Wilde on board the Honda showing plenty of speed, easily accounting for the class, especially with Raz Vlad not even making the end of special stage 1 with mechanical failure. The Wilde Clements pairing taking the win on all stages. Jeff Leotator on the pace only after the first group of 3 stages. A brake problem that could only be sorted in service put paid to a good result. Shane Harmer put together a consistent day to take a well-deserved second, as well as taking the top spot in the challenge class. Stage times in the top 3, a very good effort. Alex White taking 3rd after a good little battle with Harmer, a bad run on SS4 costing dearly.
Left 4 plus short, then 30 right 5 plus short, then 50 crest into left 4 plus.
A big event for long-time campaigner Andy Van Can, not only keeping it tidy across the 9 stages and taking 4th two-wheel drive, he would achieve this with a brand new co-driver and continue with his very special mentoring program.
30 turn right 2 plus.
So Experts Cup, great event, one of my favourites. The roads around Wellington Dam, sensational. This event for me is particularly exciting because it's my 8th year of running the co-driver programs, bringing co-drivers into the sport, training them up, and I've got a new co-driver for this event, which I'm pretty excited about. Madeline Kirkhouse is joining me. She has rallied before, but she's coming back into the sport after a bit of a break, and she came down and met the family a few weeks back at Pemberton on Target Southwest, and what we were immediately impressed by is her passion for rallying. She really wants to get back into it, loves it, and if anything I've learnt over the last 8 years of bringing co-drivers, young people into the sport, is look for the love of the sport and the passion, because this can be a very tough sport, it can be very demanding, and you kind of tell how people are going to go when things aren't going well, and the only way you can get through that is to have an underlying passion for rallying. And certainly our impressions were that Madeline has got that, so I'm very much looking forward to this first event with her, and then we'll see where things go from there. Very exciting to be in the trade hire team as well, so we're going to go and have fun in some of the best rally roads in WA down around Wellington Dam.
Turn right 2 plus. So left 5, then 30, turn right 2 plus, narrow.
We're the only ones who know
As predicted, a clean sweep for Julian Wright in the Clubman Series. 6-stage wins, a flawless display to take the top points. And Lowther lived up to the pre-event hype and battled stage after stage. Unfortunately for Cortis, a DNF on the very last test whilst holding down a good second place. Lowther taking over and importantly a big grab of series points. The Rattenburys rounding out the podium with third place. With 3 night stages to run, Box would return after sorting his problem and set fastest times across all the runs. However, after adding his penalties, he would finish down in 13th place. Makara continued his pace, staying ahead of Whittle on the first 2 stages, only to go off just 3 kilometres from Rally's end and beaching the Evo. Whittle kept it consistent all the way to the last control, taking yet another win and more championship points.
100. Left 3. Left 3. Right 4.5.
O'Dowd and Searcy kept the pressure on, swapping seconds with Whittle across the 3 tests. Ruining his slow start to the event, he would not be able to bridge the gap, settling for second outright. That said, this team another adding good points to their series total.
Left 6.
Good luck. First call was a 100 crest, then 80 to a 9 left over crest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 89 left over crest, then 120.
Evo runner Rob Webber disappointed with his pace on this event from the drop of the flag down on his usual speed. However, keeping it on track and plugging away resulted in 3rd place and a big bag of championship points. 4th place to Tom Wilde, and rounding out the top 5, Matt Snadden and Blake Thompson, another crew staying on course and getting it to the finish.